If you've never traveled to the UK, what are your expectations about the weather here? Let me try and guess. Cold, rainy, foggy, dull, grey all the time or most of the time? Am I right? Before I moved to this country, I had the same expectation that the weather here will be mostly not very pleasant and not very sunny. And while that does happen, when we have sunshine like today, it's the most beautiful weather that you can ever enjoy because it doesn't get way too hot as, for example, it gets back in Romania, where I'm from. So just to contradict that stereotype about the weather in the UK, I'll take you out and about with me today through Birmingham to show you how beautiful this city looks here in the Midlands on such a sunny day like this Saturday. Welcome to my channel. My name is Katarina George. I am a writer and a vlogger, and here I publish vlogs about lifestyle, about my Romanian heritage, as well as about traveling. Now today we're not going to travel that far because I live in Birmingham in the UK. I want to show you really how diverse and fascinating this city is, particularly on a sunny day like this. My previous vlog, which was about gardening in April, actually talked about this wave of cold weather that we had, and we still have very cold nights now. Very unusual for April, even in the UK. Last year, when the lockdown started and the pandemic and everything, we had a pretty nice month of April with lots of walks around, and my photos keep popping up on my Google Pixel and everything, reminding me about that really beautiful weather. Now the nights are very cold here, the winter temperature still, but when the sun comes out, as the British people say, it looks absolutely glorious. Let's go around a little bit and I'll show you a few shots that I've done across the city centre now, where a lot of people are out and about enjoying this beautiful sunny day. It feels pretty warm in the sun right now. Right now I am here just in front of Birmingham Library, next to Birmingham Repertoire Theatre, and this square here where some people just have come to sit down in the sun, just soak up the sun and enjoy this beautiful weather. There is a group of people behind me who are doing exercising, some dancing, and the city is full of people just strolling about and spending some time out in some nicer weather than we had so far. Here they used to have a fountain that's just splashing water up, but I don't know why, maybe it's broken, it's not working. Today, as you can see, there's no water. Otherwise, I'd be just soaked in it. When I left home today, I went in the nearby park where I live, where again people were just out and enjoying this weather, and I walked towards the Bull Ring, which is probably the most known landmark in the city centre of Birmingham, and walked down the High Street towards the City Council and all of this central area, which I really love, particularly out in the sun. I'm going to show you a little bit of different spots around here as well in my B-roll, and then we'll head home, where I want to talk to you a little bit more about how I adapted to the weather in the UK, having lived now in this country for 10 years. While I've been out and about today for the trip to be complete around Birmingham city centre, I've also run across a Kill the Bill protest. These protests are all across the UK now because what's happening is that the British government have passed a bill that basically restricts people's right to protest. One of the restrictions is that if somebody finds your protest annoying, then you might be liable to prosecution under this law, which is absolutely ridiculous. I come from Romania, where we have a really big tradition of protesting against the government. Our government tends to be pretty corrupt there, but I am right now quite convinced that that happens as well with the UK government. But that was just one of the bits that I managed to get in my video today, and we're going to have a look at a few really nice spots around the city centre, the canal, and all of this area where I am right now. Who hasn't heard about British weather? I don't think there is any other nation in the world that is so famous for the weather they have in their country. As many people around the world know, weather is quite a common topic of conversation here in the UK, small talk and all of that. But at the same time, I have seen a lot of people from Romania and other countries in Europe saying that, yes, the United Kingdom might have all of this scenic countryside and variety of hills and all of that, history, old castles and manors, a lot of arts and a lot of culture, the theatre, but still they were not so convinced to visit the UK for an extended period of time because of the weather. But with my vlogs here on my channel, I hope to manage to kind of loosen that prejudice, I think, that preconception that the weather in the UK is mostly horrible, because it's not. It can be, and I have to say that I got used to it. It can be, but when you have sunny summers like last summer, like a couple of summers before, like the year when I came to the UK for the first time, 2011, then it is so beautiful and pleasant, because the temperatures will not fry you up as they do in my home country in Romania. So in 2011, when I moved here in the UK, first I joined the college because that was sadly the only route that I could take to get a work permit and start working and advance to higher education, my master's degree. I joined the college in London and I stayed there with some friends for a couple of months while I was attending my training in college. Then I found work placement. Those couple of months that I trained in London, it was May and June in 2011, they were beautiful. We even had over 30 degrees at the weekend. I remember I was going with a colleague from college and the friends with whom I was staying to Hyde Park, where everybody was sunbathing, and the queues to the ladies' toilets were quite impressive as well. But then the same year later, in July and August, particularly August, the weather just turned for the worse. It was all rainy and crazy and grey, and I had my very first taste of that type of weather here in the UK. But still, unless you're a beachgoer who just wants to sit in the sun, lay in the sun for 2 weeks, don't let the weather in this country put you off, because it's not all that bad. I adapted to it really well. I enjoy summers being like bright and sunny like we saw today in Birmingham, springtime as well. And because there is a lot of moisture here in the atmosphere because of the United Kingdom being an island next to the ocean, everything is so green and the flowers are in bloom all the time once the warm weather starts, just like my little tulips here right now. So there are advantages to the weather here in the UK which I can recommend. If you don't want to get cooked completely, like I said, back in Romania when I lived in Bucharest, I remember some summers that were unbearable. You know, just concrete and tarmac and metal, and everything seemed that was completely melting in the sun, including my brain. I do miss some hot summers for holidays. I do miss winter days. I'm a winter baby, born in January, and we don't have that much winter here in the UK. We don't have that much snow, unless you go maybe to Scotland, where I have been. I have a Glasgow vlog from a couple of years ago when Glasgow was all covered in frost and glistening in the sun at the same time. Now, I'm going to soon wrap this vlog up because it is only so much you can talk about the weather. I hope you enjoyed seeing Birmingham in the sun today. There were just a few snippets, but I want to show you some parts of Birmingham and talk to you about it, because it being the second city in this country in terms of population and how big it is, it's still not very known across the borders, but I find it a very fascinating city that I absolutely love, and I want to introduce you to it more in the future. Right now in 2021 we have the coldest nights that I remember for this month in my 10 years that I have been living in this country. Temperatures at night just drop down to wintertime values like -1, 0 degrees Celsius. It's a little bit nuts, a little bit crazy. But today it's been very sunny, as you've seen, and right now it's past 6 o'clock in the evening and I'm still here on the balcony, not actually feeling very cold. It's still very, very pleasant. That's one of the things that I have experienced here in this country. Evenings can be the most pleasant time of the day, and who doesn't like a beautiful sunset somewhere by the beach or in some scenic countryside with very, very pleasant temperatures to sit around and enjoy a drink or a meal, like a lot of people are now taking advantage that the lockdown has started to relax a little bit here in the UK. Before wrapping this vlog up, I want to ask you to let me know in the comments below, what is your experience of British weather if you haven't been born in this country? What are your expectations if you don't live in this country? And also, if you have moved to the United Kingdom from abroad like I have, let me know how you have adapted to the weather here that can be so crazy and wonderful at the same time. I hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you did, hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel. And until next time, ciao for now.